Welcome everyone to another episode of the Shop and Tread Talk podcast. As usual, we've got Frank with us today, and our guest today, Wiktor. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, my friends. I am Wiktor, your Soviet vehicle inspector, here today with I don't know where I was going with that, but here I am.
Here we are, all together, finally at last.
There we go. Took us a couple tries here. Looks like our server or technical difficulties, but
It is my fault. I am on the internet. I don't understand how the internet works.
Wiktor, why don't you tell us whereabouts is your shop and what kind of expertise do you have in your field?
I mean, at this point, I would we will say general area of shop is American Midwest, just for safety purposes. As far as area of expertise, I kind of just do it all and figure it out as I go. I have been in industry for 23 years now.
Okay.
My knees hurt just saying that out loud.
Only 23 years, man. That's just barely getting in there.
Yeah, tell that to my knees.
Yes.
Any certain makes and models that you work on at your shop?
Oh, pretty much everything, various at this point. I at one time, oddly enough, when I first started in industry, way in over my head, I started with Porsche dealership in Tampa, Florida,
Okay.
and again, I was in way over my head, and I don't like German engineering, so that went very, very well, and I did not last long. But since then, it has been kind of everything.
Okay.
If it is personal preference, it is Chevrolet, because I am glutton for punishment and I like slipping transmission.
Just wait, do you live in the Rust Belt now? You're going to find out what a Chevy really is?
Yes, I am. I have found that perhaps the first half of my career in southwestern United States might have been a little bit of babying compared to what I am seeing now. Tetanus shots expire. I don't know when, but I need to double check that.
Yeah, dealing with the rust really can become a problem. I mean, you're basically heating up bolts and heating up stuff left, right, and center. I mean, you got to basically have your extra acetylene tanks and oxygen just hanging off to the side because you're going to be going through those suckers pretty quick.
Yeah. If there is enough material left to actually put the torch to, I mean, it can't be tight if it is liquid, but it can't be liquid if there is more rust than Titanic.
That's like half the cars that I work on. There ain't nothing left of them.
My very first day in Midwest, they were like, "You are going to learn today," and I was like, "Okay." And within 45 minutes, I put up a Saturn Vue.
Oh God!
And the cradle did not go up with the rest of the car.
The body was perfect because it was all plastic.
Yeah, no. From the outside, it looked great, but why is the front wheel not off the ground yet? The back wheel is 3 feet off the ground. What's going on?
No, we just had a Chevy Venture brought in. They wanted a safety check on it. It looked beautiful. God. It looked like brand new. Boy, was it rotten underneath. Man, the guy was disappointed, but what are you going to do? We had 3 in the last week that were just so rotten you can hardly even lift them up.
I don't think I've seen one of those in probably 5 years.
I was going to say, it's been a while since I've seen Venture.
Yeah, and this thing looked like brand new. Like the body took care of it, even undercoated it, but Ontario still got a better part of it.
You can paint a turd, it's still a turd.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. But, so at your shop, how many bays you got there, Wiktor?
We have 8 bays total.
8.
9 if you count the junk bay, but no one counts the junk bay.
But the junk bay is the bay that's the most fun, though, right?
Well, the junk bay, every shop has the junk bay. It's where the first alignment rack was before it went down in 1971. And then they were just like, oh, we will get the new one and we will put it in this bay. And then that rack rusted and rotted away into nothing. And then you have empty bay that just is never used.
Oh, yeah.
Every shop I've ever worked at. There's always
one of those bays. I don't even got room for a junk bay right now.
You got to break down some walls and make some room, Frank.
Man, 8 bays would be nice. How many techs are there then? If there's 8 bays,
There's three. There's three.
holy crap! So you
Well,
each get to work on a couple of bays at a time.
yeah, typically if we can fill them.
Oh, that's good. So you got 8 bays. Did you always have that many bays when you started, or did you grow into those, or how did that happen?
Oh well, let's be clear. I am not the one that is owning anything. I am just the employee that is there. That shop particularly has had the same amount of bays the entire time.
Okay, okay. So how long have you been at that shop?
I have been there since I moved to the Midwest, so since 2020 for 2 years now.
Okay. So you moved from, was it Florida?
I was in Florida. I decided I no longer liked sun and beaches. I wanted to see snow and snow.
Best decision you ever made, right?
I
Well, I mean, the kids can play and have Christmas time, and I can slip and slide and learn how to drive all over again.
Well, it's good for your knees, right? It's good for your knees.
Yeah, absolutely.
man, I can't imagine making that kind of a choice. But then again, I was born in Mexico and moved up to Ontario. So what the heck was that all about, right?
That is an interesting jump.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The
No,
so in Florida, how long were you working there? Just basically since you started working on vehicles, you just jumped in a shop from there.
Pretty much, pretty much. I went out of high school. I went to technical school and
Nice.
went from there. I went back home and started hopping into the shops and kind of learned rather quickly that I might have learned more if I would have just gone straight to the shops instead of going to the technical school. But
yeah, that seems to be the consensus to a lot of places. Yeah.
But
you you get into a good place with a good mentor, you can learn a lot more than maybe a teacher that is in front of a whiteboard.
it looks like you took the I guess you could say the proper channels, which you went through the technical school and went into a shop from there. Which so I mean you took the proper way, I guess you could say, where instead of just jumping in a shop and learning as you go, you got some good formal training, and I'm sure some things you learn from there. I mean, they may not be handy all the time, but I'm sure you think back sometimes, like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I remember that part.
If anything, it gives you you can't be in a classroom environment and throw your wrench across the hall. So you have to you get creative with letting your anger out.
There's not too much anger in a classroom though, but you get started working on a BMW or a Volkswagen or something like that, they'll learn a few words that wasn't in your vocabulary before.
Yeah.
If, as someone who has owned a few Volkswagens, you will, if you are not learning new words, you will invent some,
Yeah.
and they will still be classified as profane.
And every word, the definition is basically oil leak.
Yeah, well, I mean that's if it's to BMW, man. Those things leak like a son of a gun.
Yeah, as soon as they come out of the factory, basically.
Pretty much. That's like owning a Harley, right? If it
They're a
ain't leak.
lot of fun to drive when they're all fixed and working and all sealed up. Like they're a blast to drive, but man, when that thing starts leaking oil or gets close to being out of warranty, wow.
Every piece of plastic will break on it,
Oh
and
yeah.
and it's not even like look like if you get the old Chevy, it has the heater hoses with the plastic. Those are going to break if you were a little too rough with them.
Yep. Every time.
The Volkswagens, they one excessively too much plastic with cooling system, but those will break if you look at them too aggressively.
Yeah.
If you breathe on them, if you smell them, they will break, and
That's kind of like those Chevy Cruises that I like so much. They
Oh,
got leaks all over the place.
listen,
oh
listen.
man,
Those things are
God, Frank
top
and your Chevy Cruises,
top quality. 3.1 pounds of boost.
3.1 pounds of crap.
Great. They're great. I
They
work
weigh
like
in the
you do on
turbocharger.
things.
That reminds me when you were just talking about, you look at the hose, it'll break. Frank, remember, was it? I think I told you 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. I was working on that BMW. We were finishing up the water pump,
Yep.
and right at the end, I mean, I think it was 4 o'clock, and the customer was coming in, trying to pick up the car. By 5:30, and everything was done. We're putting the last little tiny hose that goes to the I'm not a mechanic, but goes to the overflow bottle. He's connecting it, and then it just fell apart in his hand.
Integrated in your
And
hands.
my mechanic's like, "You're gonna want to come down here." I'm like, "I'm not going anywhere. You said the car would be done here shortly. What's going on?" I go back there, and it's this thing. Like, what the hell happened? He's like,
core note coolant. Yep.
It just fell apart.
Well, it's like that. It's like that Lexus I was working on. I made that TikTok video about it, where the overflow coolant was just disintegrated, and that's where I ended up.
The one that was integrated into the fan assembly.
That was stupid. Yeah. So
yeah, that's
those are the only type of vehicles like you get random stuff like that. It'll drive you up the wall.
It makes you wonder, like, not only like how it was approved, but just why it was designed in general. You can't like it's like, hey, we have built this external tank for the last 87 years, and it has worked perfectly. Let's stop doing that and make it more complicated because I like more points of failure.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's actually adds up to less points of failure because now if one part fails, the whole part failed. So it's less parts failing, but it's just one bigger part failing.
Bigger, more expensive, unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the hell do I have to replace my fan because the plastic tank that holds coolant?
Now instead of a $50 tank, you've got a
$475 one. Yeah,
exactly.
I always tell my customers, like, they're like, "Oh, I like driving these and I want luxury." I'm like, if you want luxury and reliability, just buy a Lexus. Like, it's a Toyota with a bow tie on it.
It really is. Yep.
Drive it, be happy, and it's big for you, bad for me because it's not going to break. But that's a nice car.
Just get the Chevrolet Silverado and be happy with it. That is all the luxury you need.
Yeah,
that's panels included or no?
Towing power, and the best thing is if you have a 4L60, you might have a couple of extra neutrals at any given time.
I was going to say, if you like putting transmissions in and camshafts in, then you should definitely go buy a Chevy.
Maybe I do.
I bet you do at this point. But I think your Chevy's a little bit older than what those ones are, so you're still in the heartbeat of America Chevy era, I think it was.
2004. I think it was still like a rock.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
It was like rock.
Yep.
It is as heavy as one.
Do you guys do a lot of tires out in your area?
Not so much anymore. Let me rephrase. I am not doing so much tires anymore where I am now. Where I was in Florida, it was tires all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it melted away, so you had to put new ones on.
It is definitely hot there. That is for sure.
But why not in Indiana?
Different shop. It's not it's people are going other places for the tires, I guess.
Do people come in with no tires on, or what?
I mean, they have tires. They're but the box companies, the Costco's, there's such a little profit margin in tires nowadays anyway that it is hard for smaller mom and pop shops to compete.
But do you get cars that come in that need tires?
Every so often.
Well, then they may need alignment, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But then they may need tire rods and control arms and ball joints, right?
No, also absolutely.
And then when they're done with that, they're probably going to need something else. Now that you got the wheels off, now they need brakes. Now they need this.
Oh, for sure.
Wiktor, you got to do tires, man.
Again, not my call, not my business decision. I have the capabilities of doing them. It's just not it's not the bread and butter that we are finding.
No, for sure. It's honestly, like, obviously I have a tire shop, so I'm always partial to that, but it brings in a lot of extra revenue and sometimes you might get people coming in that I've had customers come in that have a nail in their tire and they leave with 4 new tires in alignment and more control arms.
He's always preaching to me I should get an alignment rack. I'm like, I'm not going to get an alignment rack because there's an alignment.
I love alignments, man.
I know
alignment racks running all day long.
Alignments can be fun and very profitable. That is for sure.
It can be fun and profitable if you have the room for it. I don't have the space for it, so I send them down the road for the, I don't know, maybe 5 I do a month, 3 to 5 maybe a month.
Shit, I did
That is
4
fair.
today.
Yeah, I suppose like if I had a rack, I would do more, obviously, but yeah. But I do tires. I sell a lot of tires.
I could have done 8 alignments today. I didn't have time.
There's always
you
time.
do
You're
it.
sleeping, you're dead.
Yeah.
The what?
Said the guy that left on time.
Yes.
No, but that's good. I mean, if you don't have that major service and you're able to, if you're busy enough with other things, I mean, that's great as well, right?
Oh, absolutely, for sure,
It's a good compliment to have it, but I mean, if you don't necessarily need it, and again, at the margins and stuff with all the big box stores, I can completely relate to that. I know.
Yeah, you trying to compete with the Bell Tires, the Tire Kingdoms, the Mavises, it's just.
Yeah, everyone's got their thing. I always say if you stay in your lane and do what you do best, that's where you're going to be profitable.
Yeah.
Right. The guest we had on last week, she loves working on freaking diesels. And I'm like, I hate working on diesels. So I will send a diesel to somebody else in a real quick heartbeat, as long as I don't got to touch it.
Yeah, I know that diesels have pistons in them, and I know that they don't take gasoline. That is about the extent that my knowledge of diesels.
There we go. Yep, we're on the same page with that for sure.
They have all the torque in the world, and if I need to pull a building down, I will go get one. But other than that,
yeah, I don't really touch them. Like we had a diesel Mercedes GLK come in for tires, and that's fine, but I ain't doing anything on those. I've already gone through my time with having diesels, and the DEF or gets plugged, and no, I'm not dealing with that ever again. Nope.
No, that can just be a pain, no matter which way you look at it.
I got pictures, Frank, of Dad's GL 350. We started taking the engine apart, tried and fix it. It got to the point where it was blocking a hoist for like 2 months.
Oh yeah.
I ended up selling it to a customer, and he came back 2 weeks later driving it because he knew exactly what to do. And I'm like, that's great.
Yeah. Yep. That's the way. When something like that gives you problems, you just sell it to somebody that knows how to fix it. That's why I buy all the Chevy Cruises, because I know how to fix them. So.
Oh man. What a nightmare.
That's my specialty, right? That's my specialty.
I love hate relationship with
sensing. That used to be one of the cars we sold all the time, but once we started buying them from the auction, every single one needed a turbo. I'm like, you know what? This is not really profitable anymore.
No.
That seems legit. That seems legit. Every single one of them needed a turbo.
All of them. And then,
so what do you do in your spare time when you're not fixing Chevys and making videos?
Making goofball videos for the internet. I mean, at this point, I am just a boring old 40-year-old man. I sit at home with my kids. I play some games with them. I let them beat up on me, and that is pretty much it.
That's good.
So you're basically a dad.
Then yeah. I mean, then again, at this springtime, I am trying to find all of the local racetracks and attend as many of those races as I can. I am finding a rekindled love for the sports of racing now.
Have you
raced yourself? Have you ever raced yourself, or you just love watching it?
I like watching it a lot more than it is expensive. I mean, when I didn't have children and I had a disposable income, yeah, absolutely. But now it is not a the best way to become a millionaire racing is to start out a billionaire.
Yes.
I am neither of those things, so
that would help. Yeah.
So yeah, it is. I will stick to the watching for now.
Have you gone to any of these expos or any of these training expos that are going on all over the U.S.?
No, can't say that I have.
Have you heard about them at all, or?
I've seen clips here and there on social media, but other than that, not really.
Like Vision, and there's Tools coming up. Actually, Frank's going to Tools in a few weeks. Really? Actually, 3 weeks.
That's in a couple of weeks. Yeah, in Pennsylvania. Yeah, we'll be there.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's something you never into.
The only reason we get to go is I told Margarita that it was at the a Hershey factory, and so then she agreed to go.
There you go.
So Yes, you get to go see the Hershey factory. We get to go see the chocolate factory a little bit, not as much as we'd hope, but anyways,
But
we'll
yeah,
get.
these big training expos, Victor. I mean, not only are you going to actually get training on some things you may not even think you needed, but it's pretty interesting, man. I've been to
Really?
a couple so far. I went to last year. I went to North Carolina to ASTA, which was amazing. It was a game changer for me. And then
Okay.
was it 3 or I don't know how many weeks ago now? 4 weeks ago, I was in Kansas City at Vision, which was great. Excellent,
All right.
excellent training there, and the networking you make, Frank, you're going to experience it for sure. But the networking that you get to experience after class is second to none. I mean, you meet so many people and get so many ideas, and
Awesome. And
it,
what is the stuff that the classes are going over? Is it just modern things coming out, or what is it exactly?
it varies. Like there's, like I think Frank, you were saying there's management courses at Tools, and there's technical training. I mean, there's service advisor training. I think Coralie is going to be there. She's a really good
Yeah,
trainer.
yeah. Marguerite is actually taking her class, and
Oh,
then
good.
there's a lot of technical training on. Like the one I'm taking is like an advanced CAN bus diagnostic or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay. I think they actually emailed me because I had only signed up for half the course, and then they said, "No, you really need to do this other one as well." So they switched my itinerary around so that I'm on doing two. I think it was Canvas or something like that. Regardless, but yeah, some of the training that's around here, like some of the local training that like CarQuest does and stuff like that, it's usually just on some of the new technology that's coming out, like the new type of VVT systems or a new type of turbo systems like that. That's kind of boring stuff because I don't work on anything new enough to make it worth it. And when by the time it comes out, then everyone else has already figured it out. And
yeah,
Yeah, you got a couple of I
yeah,
that's how I used to view those. It's funny. I used to view it as, man, yeah, I'm not going to be working on this stuff right now, but I remember showing my age a little bit now that I think about it, but I can remember like 2010, 2011 being sent to a couple of different trainings on variable valve timing systems that I would not have. I'm like, I'm not going to be working on brand new Volkswagens right now. I don't need to.
yeah,
But maybe perhaps down the line, I can store it in the memory banks, and it will be at my disposal.
yeah,
And then I have found by the time that some of that work has trickled to me that perhaps some of the others that got to cut their teeth may have learned a few better tricks than what I have learned in some of those classes.
yeah, exactly.
a lot of it is
That's what's fine with those.
sometimes you may think that it's not important, even when you're in these classes and you're learning some items there, and it may be something that doesn't seem like it's going to apply to anything you're doing, but then the one time you get that one car in, and you're like, holy crap, this all makes sense now.
Yeah, that is fair. Then
And
again, where I
again,
was in
if a
Florida,
customer comes in and asks you something about a topic that you may have heard, I mean, you knowing the answer to that or being able to relate to it, if it's new technology or something that's just up and coming, I mean, that right there, you may gain a customer just by knowing one little thing.
fair, fair. A lot of times they try to keep me as far away from the customers as possible. But then again, where I was, it was more a lot of oh hey, I didn't hit anything and my control arm is bent like an elbow. So
I'm sure you didn't hit anything, yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I can change a control arm in an Impala and a Caliber in 4 seconds flat.
Well, at that point, you probably don't have to change it. It probably just falls out by just tugging on it.
That's how I felt about this Jeep that I did the other day. Control arms on it. I thought, yeah, that's going to take me like an hour to do both control arms. Oh no, I take the whole freaking bumper off, do the control arms.
Oh God.
Oh no, yeah, you would think a bumper to do. No, it was stupid. What a stupid. It was
Explain.
16 or 18 or something like that. Jeep Cherokee or
No.
something like that. Oh man, what a stupid setup that was.
It's just like the Highlanders. You gotta
A
was it
whining woman.
you have to remove. I think again, not attack, but with the Highlanders and the Rav Fours, you got to remove some of the engine mounts. Just
What is it? Is it? Oh shit! Is it the Avalon? If you look up the labor in Mitchell, you actually have with engine removal or without engine removal to do the control arms
Yep.
because of what, 2 engine mounts and 3 bolts.
And the
Yep.
third option is sell it. If I ever went to shop and they told me you got to remove the engine to do control arms, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm trade it in.
We talked about BMW and stuff before. Half of those and Audi is probably the worst. You're going to do anything on an engine, you're just going to pull the whole engine out and then separate it and do the work on it. Like
Don't
most vehicles are designed now to drop the whole cradle, pull the engine apart that way, or like the trucks are designed, pull the cab off and do the work on it that way.
I miss the '98 Honda Civics where we can drop the transmission in about an hour and a half, and have another one bolted on. Another, in 3 hours you can swap the whole tranny out and you're on the road again.
Yeah, but if we're talking about a '98 Honda Civic, you can pull the transmission out in 45 minutes and put the one in that's from an Integra of the same year and bolt that in with the Del Sol head. Everything will work. It's
Again, not a mechanic, so I'm throwing numbers out in my head.
Yeah, no, I'm just like everything was interchangeable back then. It was fantastic. Now, not now. It's
Nothing's interchangeable.
I remember working on Mazda Protege 5s. I used to sell those things like hotcakes.
Oh yeah,
Those I probably had at one point
I've
8 of
seen one
them.
of those in forever.
Oh yeah, we used to change the snorkel tubes off the what was it off the intake. I used to stock them. That's how many we used to go through.
Oh, because they were always rotted and ripped, and then they wouldn't
Oh
run.
yeah, I always had 5 or 6 of them in stock.
That's like me and cruise parts. I got cruise parts in stock.
Forget cruise parts. You got cruises in stock, man. You got the damn cars parked outside. I think Chevy probably started calling you for parts.
And three of the turbos are leaking coolant. 2 of them are leaking oil.
Yeah, that's right.
You get a whole museum of cruises outside. They're going to be sent to the Smithsonian pretty soon.
Yep. You gotta have your specialty. I'm telling you.
You got it. Is there a particular vehicle that you will not service at your shop, Wiktor?
Off the top of my head, no.
Other than Lamborghinis, I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, I'm not particularly keen on trying to lift any Aston Martins or anything like that. I mean, I generally have a rule: if the car costs more than my home, I would prefer not to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I mean, they're all nuts and bolts. It's just, I have ones that I would prefer to avoid.
Yeah.
Particularly the 2005.5 to 2009 Volkswagen GTI. Not because I owned one or anything like that, but I would particularly prefer to avoid any of the early Volkswagen FSI engines.
Oh, come on. They were great to work on, those things. I did.
You have a timing belt and a timing chain.
Yeah, I did a timing chain.
A timing belt and a timing chain.
Yeah, why not? Sounds like the new Fords.
Yeah, yes, but you give me one, give me the other. Don't give me both. And if you do, you can piss off.
I agree with you on the point of when these cars are so expensive and you're lifting and you're kind of looking like, oh, crap, I better be really careful with this thing.
I can tell you where I was in Florida. We pretty much were banned from working on Teslas, but that is because someone tried to change a tire or do a tire rotation or a flat repair on one at one of the other stores and lifted it improperly and made a $65,000 paperweight. But other than that, not really.
I work on Teslas every day.
Yeah, I personally I didn't understand the big deals. You get the hockey pucks, you put them up there. They have the nubs. You put them in the hole. It works fine.
It's pretty simple, but some people just don't want to touch them at all.
Yeah, they were terrified.
I think the most expensive car we've worked on is a Lucid Air.
Yeah, I had no idea either what it was.
What is that?
It's an electric car. It's the company's name is Lucid.
Okay.
But, like the one that we worked on, I think I looked it up. It was like $168,000, and I'm telling you, we spent about 20 minutes setting up the hoists before we actually
Yeah,
lifted
yeah.
it. But, it's a bit nerve wracking. Like the guy came in for a winter tire and rim package last season, and we actually just did the car again this season, swapping them back on, which was much easier because we already knew kind of what we were gonna do with it. But you're not gonna get service information on something like that on lift
No,
points and stuff like that. So I mean,
it,
that was a bit nerve wracking.
it can be stressful stuff. I mean, at least fortunately with the Teslas, I mean, there's enough information out there. But
Yeah.
I mean, if someone came to me and said, "Hey, I have this lucid air," I would be like, "That's weird. You should see a doctor because that's probably bad for your breathing." Why are you calling me?
You had too many of Frank's beans if you had lucid air.
You got lucid air. Is that the next COVID? Like, what is that?
Lucid air. I mean, is that is I don't do drugs. Don't get out of here with that.
Oh god, that's gonna be a great clip if I can just get that one line. you got the lucid air. You know what? You got to go.
Yeah, I don't have a mask right now. I don't want to have any part of that. Probably won't even go with my E. coli.
Yeah, E.
Oh,
when did the tetanus shots expire?
Yeah, right.
Hold on. You know what? Actually, I forgot. We have technology here. I am going to find out what this lucid air is. Hold on.
You should take
a
look.
The same thing. I'd never seen one before.
This was a Grand Air as well.
A Grand Air. The most expensive vehicles I work on is like F-250s, brand new F-250s come in for oil changes, and I'm like, the Corvette, but that thing wasn't expensive. That was just an old Corvette.
So that looks like something you would see in like Grand Theft Auto or something. Like, okay, it is.
The car's interior is actually phenomenal. Like it's beautiful inside.
See, I can't get behind cars like that though. I am a dirty man. I get into the rain. I get into the mud. I'm not trying to get into a vehicle that looks beautiful all the time because I will. It won't look beautiful all the time.
That's why you drive the old Chevy because who cares.
That's one of the reasons why I don't want the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Those what's the other one that looks kind of funny? Actually, you know what car I will never work on because I just can't stand looking at it is a Pontiac Aztek.
I don't even think there's any of those around anymore. I think they all rotted away.
I never thought there were any Chevy Ventures left until you mentioned it, Frank. So I mean, nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah, the shell's still sitting there because it's all plastic, but the bottom just rotted inside of it. And so if you go to the junkyard, you just see them sitting there. They look perfect, but you could lift it up by hand because it's just plastic left on it.
Oh man.
My mother said never to say anything if you don't have anything nice to say. So I'm like trying to think of what nice to say about the pot. It was great in the Breaking Bad show. It was
yes, and they made great tents apparently for those things, so you could go camping with it.
They were great when they stopped existing. I mean, that's all I can say about those guys.
In reality, what was the difference between that and a Pontiac Montana van other than the stupid shell, right? Like
it's like, what was the difference between that and the
car? They made the front of the car, and then they got to the back, and like, boring.
The guy that designed it was looking at stealth fighters and peyote, and
he had some lucid air.
Then he had some lucid air. There we are.
Oh, jeez.
PT Cruisers.
PT Cruisers.
I won't work on those anymore unless I am forced at gunpoint.
Man, they got no room under the hood whatsoever. Chevy.
No, do you see these hands? Do you see these hands? Like they're not built.
I sold a number of those PT Cruisers way back in the day. Was it 2.4 liter? I think those.
So you contributed to the score.
I did, yeah, I did. I made money on them too. It was great.
God damn
it. HHR, same thing.
Sorry.
Say the HHR, Chevy HHR, the one that my daughter drives. Yeah.
Oh God, Frank, don't bring up that car. Oy.
I bought a parts car now.
Is it an HHR?
But it's just for the demolition derby. It's got nice wheels on it, so we're going to take them off and then you're going to throw it through the derby.
Now that could be, I could see an HHR being a lot of fun at a demo derby or a dirt track.
And it's a 5-speed manual.
Really? I didn't know they made those in a 5-speed.
Yeah. Yeah. When I went to pick it up from the lot where it was parked, the rear wheels were seized up, and there was a cop sitting right out the road waiting for people to drive by and get them. And I'm like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Marguerite is like, the brakes are seized. I'm like, I know. That's what I'm going back and forth, back and forth. Finally, they break loose, and I just kind of rope around the parking lot, and then I'm on my way out the parking lot, and I just rolled my window down. And I look at him. I said, I wasn't sure that was going to come loose. And he says, yeah, it looks like your parking brake's a little bit seized up. I said, I think we're good now. And I take off like, with the service plate on the back. I'm like, yeah, well, he's okay with me, I guess.
It would have been nicer if you would have said, hopefully you have a mechanic that can fix that.
I don't know of anybody that could fix that.
Oh, jeez. Wiktor, hopefully this year, see you at one of these events coming up, man. I think you'd love it, really.
Well, I mean, shoot me the information.
Frank's going to Tools. You should go to Tools if you can make it. I can, but it's going to be amazing.
I mean,
it's chocolate. It's chocolate world, so
it's. I've been to Pennsylvania once. I will try to refrain from going back.
No, but you convince your wife that.
Which part of Pennsylvania?
Hershey, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, Hershey, Pennsylvania. So that's
not that close to Eagles fans, is it? I don't know. I'll have to do some Google searching.
Frank can send you the info. I think there's still some room. I think the hotel block that they have is done, but I think the rooms are pretty reasonable. But
yeah, they were bad.
It's something. It's an experience, and once you go to one of them, you'll be hooked, man.
I'll just room with Frank.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I guess maybe we did get a double bed. No, that's it. There's 2 double beds. Yeah, you can go in the other bed. But no lucid air, she says.
No, see, you know what? No. All right, no deal.
I'm never going to be able to look at this car again when it comes in.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. I hope I have. If I've done nothing else, I hope I have ruined the lucid air for you.
Oh man, it's okay. He's got 4 other Teslas, so I'll have something else fun to.
But not a Cybertruck, right?
No,
oh, man,
I won't work on them. I worked on one. I had to technically do it because it was a referral from Tesla, but they came in with a nail. Nail was in the sidewall, and it took me 15 minutes to line up the vehicle to lift it. Now, do you know why?
I do not. No, enlighten me, please.
It's drive-by-wire, so the freaking rear wheels move when you turn the damn wheel. So I'm driving in, but then I'm not driving in because I'm going that way and then I'm going this way. And then my tech's like, whoa, hold on. You got to go all the way back again. I'm like,
it's the poster child of who really I like.
What, you never had a 4-wheel steer before?
Sorry?
You never drove a 4-wheel steer before?
No. What do we do with the 4-wheel steer? No.
Well, Chevy's back in the day had a 4-wheel steer.
Listen, I tried to align a quadra steer once.
Did you really?
Yes, and I need to be clear. Like I was maybe 2.5 years into the industry as a whole. Like, Scott, I'm sorry if you're still mad at me 25 years later. Please don't be there. There could very well be a dartboard with my face on it because he had to bail me out if I couldn't. God. That and the 91 Preludes.
That's great.
Well, the craziest thing, that tire, it was a 20-inch tire. You end up needing one. The tire itself was $690 or $700 something bucks for the tire. So I had to get them back. So I ordered it. I mount the tire, inflate it, put it on, torque it, and I go to put the hubcap on. The hubcap doesn't fit on the exact same tire. So what did I learn? Is that there's 2 sides to the tire, and the hubcap only fits on the opposite side because of the design on the outside.
What?
Yep. So I had to take the tire off, flip it, reinflate it, and line it up in such a way where the hubcap will fit on it.
What vehicle was this?
The Cybertruck. And this is why I won't work on another one.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
That one tire replacement was like the most complicated tire replacement I've ever done in my life.
That's insane.
I believe it, and I am so intrigued all at the same time as to why, how, and I like.
There's a design on the one side where the cap kind of lines up with the edges of the design.
That does not surprise me at all.
And I'm sure I had it flipped the other way because there's no inside outside on there. So I was like, it's a bloody tire. Just put it on.
Yeah.
Nope.
So they didn't have any inside outside markings on it?
Nope. Just had different design on one side or the other. I'm like, what is this?
See, and that
Fiesta situation here. I just want to put a damn tire on.
And I have worked at several tire shops in the past. Like I have come into, what was it, the Nitto Terra Grappler? They had specific, like a radioactive symbol on one side of the sidewall or like rocks on the other.
Yep.
So if you handed me a Cybertruck tire, the first thing cool, they have two different designs. I guess it's for preference. So I would not think it is for fitment of the hubcap. Well, that is the dumbest.
Yeah. What I should have done, I guess, is seen the tire and then looked at the other sides, the other ones that are on there, and been like, okay, well, let me match it up. But I mean, it's a freaking tire. Just put the damn thing on.
I mean, what I was going to say, what you should have done was just looked at the Cybertruck and said, "I'm sorry, sir, I don't do that kind of thing here. I'm married." But I mean,
we work on so many of that brand. I can't say no. That's a problem.
My daughter is 21, and she took a while to get the driver's license, so I had to drive her to and from work for a little bit of time. And she is actually the one that pointed out, like, most people make fun of the Cybertrucks to making fun of them. They legitimately ruin my day by existing, and I don't know why, but there is a deep and visceral hatred there. So the tire thing does not surprise me, but yeah, you should have just said, hey, you know what? There's a time and a place for everything. The time is now. The place is home. Take that the fuck home. I don't want to work on it.
But the thing is, the dealership sent them to me.
Oh, that's crazy. Because they didn't want to work on it.
No, because it was a flat tire, like a nail in the sidewall, and they didn't have time. So they sent it to me. So, like, if I say no, and what is poor guy going to do?
So let me ask you this, because the beginning of our conversation when we started talking about tires, you said that tire was $690 something.
$690.
And that was retail on it?
That was
your cost on it?
No, I think that was retail, actually.
Okay. I mean, Tesla's kind of a niche specialty also, but you made what, maybe $57 on that tire if you were lucky?
No, way more than that.
Way more than that?
I on that, because of the headache, that was at least $120 plus the install.
Plus, okay, fair.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah. Yep. No, right now, average right now, I think 33 to 35% on tires is where you should be. You can't get too much more than that, just because, like you said earlier, the big box stores.
Yeah, you're not going. Listen, when I worked for some of the tire shops, you were lucky if you were getting 10 to 15%.
Oh no, I wouldn't even open the door for 10-15%.
I thought the same thing.
Wiktor, off camera, you and I have a conversation. I'm telling you, we'll talk for a bit. You're gonna be ordering tire machines and balancers after we talk. I'm telling you.
I don't need to do that. We have them. It's just, again, it's hard to compete when you have the Bell tires across the street and the tire rack warehouse. Remember, and I have a big giant tire rack.
But you know what the difference is? Why do people come to you for service? Not because you got a great beard.
That's the only reason.
Well, I mean, maybe that is actually. I don't know.
You would be surprised how many times it was, hey, where is that beautiful bearded man?
But you offer the service, and you're offering something that they're not able to get at the big box store.
Oh, I would absolutely agree with you.
So if they got to spend $40 or $80 more with Wiktor, and their tires are done at the same spot that they're getting their vehicle service, I bet you they'd probably say, you know what, let's just get it done here, and I'll know it's done right because he fixes my car.
I think Wiktor just grabs the tires, goes like this, and just across the road, and then they ship them back. done just as quick.
No, that is never. That is, I might have thrown one or two.
He doesn't even need a tire machine. He just barehandedly just mounts the tire right on there and blows it with a valve stem and pop.
Maybe 10 or 15 years ago, the last time I tried to do that 3 weeks ago to show off to a new kid, it did not work out in my favor.
No kidding.
And then you have the embarrassing, oh, hey, no, usually I can, let me just get it over the fucking rim. And then you're embarrassed.
We've been going pretty insane with low-profile stuff lately now.
Say that again?
I said we've been getting really busy with very, very low-profile stuff now.
Oh, really?
Man, you got to have a special machine to do low-profile tires. Like, once it's get to a certain profile, I just won't even touch them. And same with the get to too big of a truck tire. I just say, nope, I ain't going to do that.
I'm glad you brought up the big truck tires, because honestly, I was going to say I would prefer the low profiles over some of the larger, maybe not as well constructed truck tires, because that is one thing that used to drive me nuts. Is the low pros, hey, as long as I can get it to onto the rim, I'm not going to have an issue seating it. I might have to exceed that little warning label that says not to exceed 45 psi. If anyone from Russia's watching, I've never done that. But some of these bigger tires you get, especially on the colder days, that maybe they were packed in the truck funny and those sidewalls are this far apart.
Yeah.
And it's a 305 70 22 or something, and you're like, bro.
Or a 205 70 15 Uniroyal.
Oh, I don't, yeah.
The trailer tires are the worst for that.
You got to get out the big cannon to blow those things up.
Yeah, well, I've had them where it's, hey, I've got two cheetahs and I'm trying to spray starter fluid, hide from the boss, and still, like, I'm using explosives.
Mm-hmm.
It's not seating.
I prefer the low profile. Like we got a really good machine, and like the one, I think I got a Audi S5 or something and just ordered 265 30
19s
20s,
okay.
And then I got 275 30 21s to do later on the week. Like, yeah,
run flat Pirellis.
No, Michelin. They're not even run flat. Going on, I think it's going on a Model S, Tesla Model S.
Something like that's that. Right. I forget. Every time I hear 21, I think, oh, great, it's a BMW.
Yeah, I know the rears are.
Those Teslas are running the 21s now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Frank was saying, you got to have the right machine to do that. Before, I wouldn't even touch them. I'd be too scared to scratch the rim. Now I don't care. I just throw anything at it.
Does that hands-free machine work real well for those things?
The new machine we got?
Yeah.
So that one, it's a center post, and it's got, you don't need a bar, so it's got like a little thing that pulls the bead over, and it's a touchless machine basically. It works great.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a machine I'd like to have for doing tires, because I hate you doing tires with the one I've got.
No, this thing, we've done reverse mount Porsche rims and all kinds of stuff, and that was a bit of a learning experience, but
those ones that go through the center bore are nice.
Yeah, no, those are nice.
Next machine I get is definitely going to be that. I'm not gonna get the machine again. They're no good.
Yeah, Hunter Maverick, or I think that's what they're called. You just push a button and it just does the whole thing while you sip your coffee.
Yeah, except I don't drink coffee, but maybe if I had some whiskey at the shop, I might do it then.
Hey, I mean, as long as you turn the cameras off, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So that what was I going to say, Frank? So this season coming up, who's doing the tires? Is it you or is it Margarita now?
He
kicked me out of the shop.
No, she says I kicked her out of the shop. We've finally hired enough people that I'm gonna have the new kid do all the hard work.
Well, it's because she was doing the tires so fast you couldn't keep up.
No, dude, she was doing them so fast that it was like I was just sitting there doing nothing. And I was like, why don't we have any work? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I got lots of work. And she busted tires like even the truck tires. And then we did the video on about how to lift the tires, because the best way to lift.
Yeah, I saw that.
And man, did we get a lot of shit for that. And it's like There just no a better way to lift a tire than that way.
Everybody has a better way to do something than you do, period.
Frank, you can just get that new machine. Have you seen that new machine that lifts the tire for you? And it lifts it right up and it lines it up all nice, and you push a button and moves it forward.
The new kid I seen him one time. He's trying to put tires on, and he had the car like this far off the ground, and he's down like this trying to put a tire on. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
You know, you can lift the car higher.
I'm like, if at this point you might as well sit on the ground, because then you might be able to do it, and then use your knees to lift it up or something like that, or your feet or something.
Frank, how old are your hoists that they can't lift it more than a foot off the ground, man? What's going on?
I'm trying to save hydro.
Is he the same kid that he'll pull the car in and then get on the ground and get underneath it, and you have to remind him, hey, we have lifts here. I bought them. I paid for them.
I don't let him pull cars in yet. He's got to earn that privilege.
The electric bill is paid up. You're more than welcome to hit the button, and it can go up and down.
Does he at least have the mechanic stance when he pushes the button?
No, I don't think I've taught him that yet.
You know, you cross one leg, one hand on the hip.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Watching TikToks is the other one. That's
and then all of a sudden the car goes all the way up to the bar. And you're like, yep, that's enough up there.
Yep.
Every so often you get that off center little rock that brings you back to reality.
Well, he had one the other day. He started lifting it, and the arm just had to move just a little bit and pop into place, and it snapped. I think he just about shit himself. He looked, and he stops, and he looks, and he's looking at me. And I said, I think you're okay. I think it just settled. And I look underneath there. So, yeah, you're fine. Okay.
We've all had the butt puckering. I almost dropped the car off the lift moment that made you really remember that you have to respect how to lift, or you didn't, and you dropped the car. But one of the two have happened.
All right,
it's always scary.
What's your worst almost car off the lift moment?
So I actually have that I personally did, or that I was generally involved in, because I've actually there were a couple that have made it to TikTok and Facebook, but there were two that I pulled the car in, I lifted it, and one early on in my career, I was working at the Tires Plus in Tampa, actually, with a very good friend of mine, Aaron, and we had these in-ground split post swing arm.
Yep.
Disgusting excuses for lifts.
Yep.
And they had the flip-up pads, and I want to say it was a 97, 98 Ford Explorer, and no, it was not. It was a Ford Ranger. It was exactly what it was, because of the big humpy frame.
Yep.
And I had it up in the air, and we realized very quickly that it was not only not very good with the balance, but not all of the pads were lined up exactly. They're supposed to be against each other.
Yep.
And they were not. So as we're looking with the flashlight, friend and mentor Aaron was like, this is probably not and he looked over at the other side and realized that part of the reason it was wobbly, his third arm was not making contact with anything at all. And he just kind of was like, get out of here, move. So there was that one. And then there was a Silverado I was trying to lift on a two-post, and this one, the lock had failed. So the arm swung and got out from under it, and it was fine. It balanced on three. But what was funny about it was I was made fun of for a week because my first reaction was, I'm going to get my fat ass underneath it and hold it up. Because me versus 5,000-pound Silverado is not the problem.
No. What's only a third of it or quarter of it, so you're good.
Yeah. It was. Jeez. It didn't break. It was fine. It was fine.
The worst one that I was involved in, and I didn't do it. We had an F-250 on a hoist. First of all, it was an F-250 on a 9,000-pound hoist, and a fairly old one at that. This is at my old shop. and we had it up in the air, and because it was so unstable, we put one of those tall stands underneath the hitch. Well, we only put one right in the center, and I didn't go to lower it while my I don't know, it was a co-op student or one of the other employees went to lower it, and all of a sudden I just happened to look over and I'm like, stop! He had the thing, forgot to take the post out the back, and he was lowering it. The rear arms weren't touching the frame anymore, and the back of the truck was swinging back and forth like this.
Jeez.
That
was the worst thing, because when it went to lift it back up, now the truck had shifted over and it wasn't hitting the hoist properly anymore. So I think we had like maybe half an inch where the hoist was actually making contact with the frame.
God.
Oh man, that was a pucker moment, let me tell you. Didn't fall off, but man, oh man. From then on, it was always two stands behind on the rear bumper, not one.
Yeah, good call.
Oh yeah, that was a good learning curve.
Good call.
We had one car, we were driving onto I was watching it on the camera and it scared the crap out of me. Driving it on the alignment lift, and I think just guiding him on there, and then I think his foot slipped a little bit on the gas, so he went, and then the front wheels stopped right on the plates.
Yeah.
And then you just see my other mechanic, like his eyes are looking like this, like the car was like right there, and then put it in park, and then I just see him walk around, and he's like, "Oh, let's see, this is the camera." He's just telling him something. I'm like, "Well, no one's injured. Everyone, it's okay. No one can run over.
No broken mirrors, no nothing."
Jeez, but yeah, you get those moments here and there, but you're right, Wiktor. It does bring you back to reality, and
yeah.
And every time my guys lift a vehicle, I tell them, don't check once, check 4 times before you lift it. It's fine.
Yeah.
The day's going to continue. If you take an extra 5 minutes or 2 minutes, I don't care.
And it sounds cliche. You get it a foot off the ground, give it the shaky for safety.
Every time.
It's don't think it's like safety glasses.
Yeah.
We all need to wear safety glasses. None of us do, but we all need to. Shake is the same thing.
Just go to the back of the car, shake it, make sure it looks fine, and give you some extra confidence that you're doing it the way it should be done, and then let it rip.
But and shake it violently. Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah.
You want if it.
We're still talking about the hoist, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we are? Oh, well, be gentle with the car. You don't want to damage a bump. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man. Sorry?
He either coughed or sneezed or lost half of a lung. I was just
losing a lung for the last week. I've been like sick. I've had a major head cold, and
I think he's got that lucid air going on there.
That's what I was saying.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh man, Wiktor, man, this was a lot of fun, buddy. I appreciate you coming on and chatting with us. Hopefully, if you can make it out to Tool or something, we'd love to know how you like it if you end up going. And I think this year I've got ASTA coming up in September, which I'm hopefully making that one. And I'm going to force Frank to go to that anyways. So
it's not me you have to convince. It's the. Oh, she wants to get rid of me. Okay, you probably heard that. Did you record? Okay, so I'm good to go.
Keep that clip. But Frank has my number. Hit me up.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
We can share the hotel room.
Oh yeah. I'll bring the beans.
Oh man, Wiktor, just hang on for a second when we stop. But thank you everyone for listening to the show. And if you can, log on to Facebook, search for the Shop and Tread Talk podcast, and give us a like and follow. We'd really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And as always, Frank, you've been awesome. And Wiktor, this was
anyway.
a lot of fun. I know.
Having a good day.
Indeed. Thank you.